So these are actually games I picked up in the last few months, either from friends, smaller game conventions, or even online. And there's 41 of them here, and there's several that I didn't have at all. Let's take a look at them. So first up, we got Barbie. Super clean copy of this game. This is actually a pretty hard game to find. Nice CIB like this. This came off of eBay. Next, we have Heavy Shreddin'. Heavy Shreddin'. I actually picked this up at a local game store in the Huntsville area that I like to pop into. Next, we got Videomation. Tiger jumping out to you. Who knows, maybe somebody will make a music video just on the Videomation on the NES. Nice and CIB. Not the Tengen version, this is the Mindscape version of this game. Kind of uncommon version. This is similar to the arcade game that Atari put out. Next up we have Image Fight. I know old Retro Bash, this is one of his favorite games. IREM classic. Definitely a great game, like super fun. Love that cover, like look at that art right there. Blues Brothers CIB, I actually had this already, box and cart, but I needed the manual, but this one was just a condition upgrade as well as making it fully CIB. Super Dodgeball, incredible game, same sprites basically as World Cup, another insanely awesome multiplayer fun sports game. This was another one where it's just like eBay, man. Like, I know eBay gets a bad name. I still enjoy the platform. I sell on there. I buy on there. Next we have Gilligan's Island. I had this loose, but not CIB. And it took me a minute to find a nice condition copy of this game as well. Typically, it looks like it just washed up on a beach. Like, not good condition at all. Kind of like Three Stooges. Up next, we have Rally Bike. This is a very obscure one that you don't see very often at all by Romstar, and especially in good condition. This is another one that's like notorious for being like terrible condition, but this one is super nice and complete. And speaking of hard to find in good condition, Blue Marlin here is like, you would think it would be easy, but it's not. Like, it's hard to find a nice condition copy of this game. These were two nice pickups for some low-tier games, both in original HC and plastic. These came from a local anime convention called Momocon, and they were super well priced for the condition they are. Like all these, I did have this loose, but like you just don't see this game very often. This is another one I haven't played, but I definitely want to give it a try. I mean, Taito games are typically great. And I don't know, this just has, I don't know why I think of Australia when I see this game. Maybe because it's a Kiwi and I think it's, you know, Australian. I don't know. Next we have Clax, $25. Really nice on the back. Just a interesting puzzle game. This kind of reminds me of like something like 720, like the arcade. Next we have Pictionary. And the soundtrack to this game is unbelievable. It's way better than it should be. Like, this has no business being, like, having music like this on this. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Tim Fallon. Really nice condition copy of this game, too. Super Jeopardy, all I needed was the box, but really nice condition overall, as the bag and everything. Next we have Al Unsen Jr. Turbo Racing. The American version, not just regular Turbo Racing, because there is a PAL version that's just Turbo Racing. It's not even Al Unsen Jr. version, it's just Turbo Racing. Great condition. Another game you just gotta check off the box here and you wait until it's mint condition for not very much, because they just want to get rid of it. Othello, super good condition, like all these games. One you don't see very often, Loops. And I passed on quite a few copies of this game before I finally decided, fine, this is good enough and it's a great price. Loops. Like, not a terrible puzzle game. Next we have Side Pocket. And there's actually a few variants of this game, but this one is nice condition. Look, I don't know if you can see it, but original HC in plastic. Just insane. Like, look at that. Look how realistic that pool is right there. Just incredible. You know, shooting that shot in. Next up we have Fester's Quest, Sunsoft classic. Like, great music. Just, this game isn't the best, but it's just so nostalgic and it's just fun enough to where it's like people remember it being awesome. But incredible condition copy of this. I actually had this complete, but my friend Jake likes this game so much that I was like, man, I gotta get a better copy of it, because mine was pretty toast, like not good at all. And so he was nice enough to see this on eBay and was just like, dude, you better buy this. And I feel like it was like I don't know, 40, 50 bucks. And speaking of Jake, we'll do a twofer here. He actually acquired these, and I think he bought a couple copies of these games, and just like, they're super nice condition, but somehow the other ones that he had were better. Little Mermaid is one of those Capcom games that's actually hard to find in good condition. Great game. And Conquest of the Crystal Palace, just one of those asmic games that is actually pretty good. I remember seeing this Nintendo Power when I was a kid and like really wanted to play it, but I don't think I've actually ever played this game. I want to give it a try and beat it. And I have to talk about this too. This is a bonus. I'm not going to consider this a addition to the collection, but my goodness, look at this. So whatever, Skate or Die, who cares? I have a sealed copy of Skate or Die. This is the 5-screw Skate or Die. This was only, you would only have this in your possession if you had a Skate or Die that had an issue within the warranty. You sent it back to Ultra, which is Konami, and they sent you this because they had excess 5-screw cartridges. And so no back label, just actually pretty awesome condition. This had a bunch of stuff on it, like a warranty sticker and some other things, and I was able to get all that off. But my goodness, just what an insane piece this was. This came from Curtis. So speaking of 5-screw, what do you think all 3 of these games have in common? They're 5-screw, and not only that, they're the hang tab version that would indicate 5-screw, and not only that, they're all 3 unpunched in an insane condition. Like, just super cool to see stuff like this, these early versions of games where, you know, the punch is still there, because how easily that would have came out. And these are actually pretty hard to find, especially like Rygar here. This is pretty sought after with the hang tab completely unpunched like that. This came off eBay, and I do believe Jake was the one who found this and was just like, if you don't buy this Rygar, I am. And so, love seeing hang tabs like that. Alright, so let's get into games to actually add to the list here. And staying with the 5-screw and hang tab versions, let's go ahead and add Mighty Bomb Jack 5-screw hang tab to the list there. Still intact, unpunched, not perfect, but still really nice. Next, we have, honestly, one of the games I'm most excited about that I've bought recently is Euphoria. I didn't know what this game was. It's a PAL exclusive, and I feel like this is probably the best PAL game we did not get. This is a Sunsoft, it says Mattel, but yeah, it's Sunsoft right here. Super awesome game. There's a really good video that actually turned me onto this game from Big Ol' Words. It's kind of a mixture between like Little Samson, Metroid, and Mega Man. Like, you switch characters, there's backtracking, there's bosses. Can't wait to play this game. And speaking of PAL, we have another one that we're going to add here. This is Blue Shadow, a Taito game. So this is actually Shadow of the Ninja, but the PAL version. Look how cool that cover is. I mean, I like the US cover, but that's actually pretty dope right there. This one, even though it's PAL, the timing is like a little different, you know, but it's still fun. I actually played this before I realized that this was just a different version of Shadow of the Ninja, and it was actually Big Ol' Words that told me that it was the same game. And speaking of the same game that's US, we have McDonald Land. Not McKids, but McDonald Land. I mean, Mick and Mac there just freaking looking super dope right there. Ocean classic. This was definitely ripping on like Super Mario 3. It's super good. And there's one song, I'll play it right here. It just has no business being as good as it is on this game. Like, just, jeez, man. Insane how good the music is. And then we have 2 games that weigh an insane amount. They are technically heavies in their own bout here. We have Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2, not Romance of the Two Kingdoms 3, but that. And then we also have Les Empereurs. You could fight using Napoleon Bonaparte. But What do these two games have in common? They are Koei games on the console, and again, I have to weigh this. This is like gotta be one of the heaviest NES games there are, but they are both fully complete. This one has its original 8-seam plastic. This one is pretty much just as good. This isn't two games where it's just like, you're just better off going online and finding the best condition possible, where it's like, these aren't flying off the shelves, these aren't selling in game stores. This is going to get listed online 99% of the time and sell that amount of time. And then we have Skloon. I was able to add this. I didn't have this at all. I was waiting for the right time. Look at that. Original H-seam plastic, just super nice. Insane. That's a hang tab version right there. Just super nice condition. In the words of Retro Rick, this Skloon makes me swoon. Next up we have a weird one. This is Maxi 15. And what the heck is Maxi? You know, it's 15 unlicensed games on one cartridge. Look at that. Comes with a little sticker and everything. All the above. Just waited for the right time on this one. On good old eBay. Just find one that was in nice shape. Then we have another weird one too, Camerica. Big Nose Freaks Out. Not the Aladdin Deck Enhancer version, but just the standalone Camerica. So we have a brand new version of Aladdin versus this one I ended up buying sealed. It has like the slightest, hard to see, like the slightest crease right here. It's not insane, but just enough to where it's like, you know, you don't want to grade it. I mean, who cares? With games like this, you just try to wait until you find one that is basically the same price as like a, you know, a good CIB, and that's exactly what I did here, so I could open it and be fine. Alright, let's take a look at some weird games. Stunt Kids. This is a Codemaster Camerica game, just strange. I waited forever to find this as far as like just nice condition. I've only seen it loose in the wild one time, and that's it. So when I saw this copy, nice and complete, and original plastic pop up, I wanted to add it. You got birds shooting eggs onto you, riding dirt bikes with soccer balls getting kicked in the background with a frog jumping. I mean, my goodness. And you want to call this in the same vein as Camerica, but it is Bunch Games. This actually looks pretty fun. Galactic Crusader. I've never played this. I think I will after seeing, you know, the back of this game, but man, super nice condition. Excellent. Glad to add it to the list. Staying in that same category, we have Rad Racket, which is absolutely Pamela Anderson on the cover there. I mean, my goodness, look at that. This is missing the manual, so I do still need that, but I could not pass up on this deal that was box and cart only. The box is like insane condition. And so, I mean, look at that price sticker right there. $2, $2, $2. And so we can't forget about good old Action 52 here. This is brand new, factory sealed. I don't care what it's graded. What do we got? A 6.5 A seal. I mean, you can see it has a few little dings right here, but the price I got this was like, I feel like it was like $350, $400 maybe, but that's basically what the price of a really nice CIB. I mean, that's probably more, like less than the price of a really nice CIB. So I can open this up, fix the box as best I can with like a heat press or iron, and just have brand new Cheetah comic book in here and take a look at it. Like, this is super cool. Adding it to the collection. Games are meant to be played. But by far my favorite game I'm adding to the list is Power Blade 2. This is another one where it's like, I didn't really play this as a kid or even as a young adult, and so I'm gonna go through and play both of them all the way through. This one is in insane condition, original H-seam plastic. This was another one that good old Jake was like, man, I know you need this. The one just came up on eBay. Check it out. If you don't buy it, I am. And so I just sent the guy an offer and he accepted it. So super nice. Love this game. Can't wait to play it. Just awesome. Arnold 2099. It's going to get harder and harder. Some of these games are very obscure. I'm not going to be able to find them all at conventions. So basically, if I need a 3-screw gyromite. I'm not going to be able to find that like at a convention. Like that's insanely rare, you know, for the condition that I want it in. And so that's going to be a hard thing to find. You know, I'm pretty much going to have to go online. Same thing with like some PAL exclusive games, very hard to find in person for the right condition and the right price. But yeah, we're actually very close to being within 100 CIB games of having a full set of NES games complete in box, which includes the major variants, 5-screw, 3-screw, PAL exclusives, things like that. So all that's left is organizing and alphabetizing all these games into the collection. It's actually one of my favorite parts, so let's get to it.